Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna to talk with my partners Julio, Paula, and Estefania about a rather curious experience that I had. 3 years ago, just 2 days before I started studying here at the university, my family and I went to visit my grandparents in Boyacá. Everything had been going normally, but the problem arose when we started our return trip. The day before, I was supposed to start studying. My dad suggested taking a different route than usual. Another problem was that we started the trip really late, around 5 p.m. When we were halfway through the trip, my dad's truck broke down, and at that moment, we were in an area considered a moorland. It was around 7 p.m. and it was getting quite cold.
At that moment, Samuel's dad had to ask for help from a passing vehicle to take him to the nearest town to wreck a tow truck. Coincidentally, the driver was an old acquaintance of Samuel's dad. Around 9 p.m., the tow truck arrived to pick up the truck from the moorland. From that spot to the nearest main road, it took another hour. Afterwards, Samuel and his family had to be taken to Bogota on the tow truck. They slept at a relative house, but it was only for a short time because the next day they had to fulfill their obligations.
Around 3 a.m., they woke up and went out to look for a bus to get to Facatatia because Samuel and his sister had to study. However, due to tremendous traffic and because of this, they arrived in Faca around 7 a.m. But it was too late. Samuel's sister didn't go to study that day and they stayed up to sleep. However, Samuel did go to study. I got I arrived very late. That was his first day of class. For this reason, Samuel missed a lot of his first class and the university, but that was a minor problem compared to the one his mother was having.
For some reason, Samuel's mom couldn't find her cell phone and hadn't been able to communicate with Samuel's dad, who had stayed in Bogota to repair the truck. The problem was that nobody knew whether she had left in the tow truck, the bus, or the relative's house where they had slept the night before. The main problem was that the cell phone was turned off, so it couldn't be called. Therefore, Samuel's brother, who hadn't gone on the trip, had to take charge of the chairs and finally found it in the living room of the relative's house where they had stayed overnight.